When they said Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going to be the first MCU horror movie, people were like, I mean, come on, it's Disney, it's the MCU, like how horror will it be like? But this movie is certainly not like any other movie we've ever experienced in the MCU. Like the horror elements are there. It's just amazing and fantastic. I think Disney should be going this route. Bringing in Sam Raimi, I don't think you're gonna make him do any less than he would have wanted to do. I mean, he could have gone more horror, but it's still Disney and they have to, get more audience in the theaters. But for what it was able to bring to the table, I enjoyed it. Now, throughout the movie, there were some horror scenes in there where it felt like the Scarlet Witch was just out to get everybody.
I'm coming to get you.
But seriously, she was. And that brings me to this video. Here are some top 6 horror moments in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. First off is when Wanda lifts her illusion when Doctor Strange visited her. Oh my god. If you saw the end credits scene for WandaVision, you knew that Wanda reading the dark code, tapping into his power was going to corrupt her. But for those who didn't have that idea, this was just a shock. Even to us who knew. Like, the atmosphere when the illusion is lifted was so dark, creepy, and just the overall tone the movie shifted to when the illusion was lifted. It is then that we saw Wanda's true color, what the dark code had truly made her, sending shock to the audience of what this movie is going to be.
Prepare to hand over America Chavez by sundown. Peacefully.
And if we don't?
Then it won't be Wanda who comes for her. It will be the Scarlet Witch.
Next up is when Wanda chases Strange, America Chavez, and Wong at Kamar-Taj. Woo! Wanda attacks Kamar-Taj to retrieve America Chavez, and even though they did try to put up a fight, I mean, they were no match for the Scarlet Witch.
Run.
And then when Wanda entered Kamar-Taj, this is where the horror elements started to unfold. Sam Raimi was just getting started. First, we see different people getting pulled out through reflections. We saw Wanda's eye, just the overall creepiness of it all. And then the most terrifying one. Let me tell you, nothing could have prepared you for this. Nothing. Coming up, we have Wanda possessing her variant. After as Doctor Strange and America Chavez had traveled to Earth 38, Wanda, who was not able to do same, had only one option, and that is to dream walk, to possess the variant self on that Earth, in that universe. And that is where the horrifying vibe started taking place. The shift of the music, the ghastly atmospheric change, to the bizarre creepy things that started happening in the house. And finally to the one moment that sent the shock factor to 100% was when Wanda broke the fourth wall. And here we have Wanda killing the Illuminati. A movie being the Multiverse of Madness, we expected cameos. We expected people from different universes. And when the Illuminati were introduced, fans were excited to say the least. Even though Marvel Studios team did a very poor job in advertising them in the trailers. But anyway, when Wanda pulled up, we knew that she wasn't going to be stopped. But that doesn't mean that we knew that she was freaking gonna kill all the Illuminati members. I mean, except Mordor, who should count his lucky stars that he was not there. Now, the way that they were all killed was just brutal. Black Bolt getting his mouth removed, in so doing, panicked and screamed and killed himself. Woo. And then we get to Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, the smartest man alive, who apparently just gave out the information of his teammates' power to his enemy. He gets turned into spaghetti. His molecules ripped apart. The pain he must have felt. Ooh. And then to Captain Carter, who gets sliced in half. I mean, what did she expect throwing a shield at her? And then to one of the most anticlimactic deaths I saw in the movie, and that is Captain Carter's death, just crushed by a rock. I mean, it was a big ass rock, but with her power set, and I mean, anyway. And then to Professor X, how many times do we have to see you die on screen? He also gets his neck snapped in a very spine-chilling way. Wanda just looked absolutely terrifying. If your kids were watching this movie, then sorry to tell you, they were scarred in some way. Overall, the Illuminati's death at the hands of Wanda just sent shock to everyone that saw it. Next, we have Wanda chasing Doctor Strange, Christine and Chavez in the Illuminati headquarters. Now, after Wanda had brutally dispatched the Illuminati to the afterlife, she now chases down America Chavez, Doctor Strange and Christine. And let me tell you, if the horror elements in the movie didn't do it for you, at least when it comes to the jump scare factor, then this at least did something for you. Wanda covered in the robot oil which looked like blood, her eyes red, body worn from fighting the Illuminati, chases Chavez, Strange and Christine down a tunnel. The dense atmosphere, the score, how everything was shot, the creep factor was just over the roof. This was definitely one of the highlights of the movie. And finally, we have the third eyes of the Doctor Stranges. First, we saw one on Sinister Strange, and it was a big WTF moment, like, even though we saw it in the trailer. But it is one of the consequences of using the Darkhold, and just the uncomfortable feeling you have when you see it is just weird, terrifying, and blah, all rolled in one. And when by the end of the movie, when we see that our Doctor Strange has also fell into that same situation, even though there was a possibility of that happening, it happening at that moment was just a shock factor. All because he came out of nowhere, crashing down the happy mood that Doctor Strange was having after everything that he had gone through in the movie. Now that's it for the list. I don't know which horror vibes or which horror scenes that could be added to this. I think these were the most horrifying moments and scenes in the movie. But let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. I think this movie was amazing, and I think it dared to do something that the MCU had never done before. Go to the places it never thought it would go. And I appreciated the actors, especially Elizabeth Olsen, who did a fantastic job. She was the MVP of the movie. Benedict Cumberbatch also never disappoints, an amazing actor. In fact, all the other actors were also good in their own right. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this movie. What were your top 3 horror scenes? And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe and turn on that post notification bell not to miss any other video. That's it for the video. As always, Nerdy Sage here. See you guys in the next one.